Spiritual bath. Why spiritual bath? The best spiritual bath to break every hand of the enemy and give you everything you want. Before you do any spiritual work, one thing you must do before commencement of any spiritual work. Before doing any spiritual work, you must do what I call spiritual cleansing, otherwise known as spiritual bath. By God's grace, in today's video, I wish to share with you more about this thing called spiritual cleansing, spiritual bath, whether it is necessary, ideal, is it sin, is a Christian supposed to do it, and why you must do it, and the best to do that break every yoke. If only you follow me to the end of today's video, you get that amazing information. But before then, please give this video a thumbs up so as to help YouTube algorithm shift it to other people that need it. As you do so, may God bless you. Welcome back to Jenny Global Solutions. In this particular channel, I discuss 3 important variables which are actually finance, health, and spiritual tips. By God's grace, in this channel, I teach you how to pray strategic prayers using the natural things that God has created, converting to supernatural use, and get results based on divine revelation I have that everything that God has created is energy, and that energy cannot be destroyed, but simply can be converted from one form to the another, and that all these things that God has created, that they all have both spiritual use and physical use, and that God may not do anything on this earth without actually cooperation of what He created. And for us to be buttressed and understand this fact more, you will notice that the first miracle of Jesus right here under this earth, that Jesus converted water into wine, that water did not fall from heaven, it was on this earth. And for Jesus to commence his ministry, he has to be baptized into the river Jordan. That is a form of spiritual emancipation, working with nature. So in this channel, I teach you how to work with nature, convert natural things to supernatural things, and get results. So if only you follow me to the end of today's video, you get all the information that you need about spiritual birth. But before then, please give this video a thumbs up so that YouTube algorithm will shift it to other people that need it. As you do so, may God bless you. So if this is the very first time you're landing in this channel, you're highly welcome. Please do well to hit the red subscribe button and the bell notification so that YouTube will always notify you once I upload a new video. For my returning subscribers, I love you. God bless you. For my new timers, please always share the video, comment on the video, and give thumbs up to these videos, and God will honor you as you do so and solve all your issues. So with that, I shall say that let's delve right in. Now, spiritual bath is a form of bath that we do that helps to give us all-round breakthrough using some natural item and using it supernatural way so as to get redemption and liberation. Is spiritual bath biblical? Very, very yes. I will start with Jesus, the ultimate example. Jesus in John chapter 9 wanted to cure somebody that was blind. Jesus had to get his saliva, mix it with sand, and rub on those 2 eyes. And then after he rubbed it, that is a form of working with nature. Sand, saliva, all of them are one thing or the other you meet in the journey of this particular channel. I will teach you how to apply it. I've already made some videos even about the kind of sand. Now, after he rubbed it, he asked the man, what are you seeing? The man was saying, I am seeing a man like tree. In other words, his vision was not yet clear. Now, for his vision to be clear, for a kind of healing to be permanent, Jesus asked him, go to River Siloam and bath. That is a form of spiritual bath. Now, for Naaman to be cured of leprosy, when he went to Elisha simply said, go to River Jordan and bath for 7 times. After he did that, he become clean. So what am I telling you? Spiritual bath is part of spiritual practice. But now, instead of you going to any river outside, any place to go and do it, all you need to do is do it in your house and get the same redemption. And because the Bible makes us understand in Revelation 22 verse 2, the leaves of the tree are for the healing of the nations. And that is what empowers us to derive that healing. We use those leaves in different ways, eating it to get bodily nourishment, bath it to get spiritual nourishment, and so on. And because the foundation of the earth is laid on water, and 90% of our body is actually made from water, you will notice that one way or the other, the center of equator of our life is dependent on water. Our survival is dependent on water. That is why spiritual bath is ultimately compulsory, because he has to break the hand of the enemy. And beside, we are in apostolic and prophetic era where there is increase in awareness when it comes to spiritual the spiritual activities. And where we know that the Bible made us to understand that in the latter days, that is in towards the end time, that a lot of false prophets and false kind of teachers will appear, and some people will be claiming that they are from God, why they are not. And because in the journey of spirituality, everybody is a suspect. The man of God that when you have problem, you are going for him to lay hand on you, for you to a kind of tell him or her your problems. You don't know where he has put hand, whether he's purely genuine. And then at the end of the day, some people have gone to meet men of God. I know what I'm saying because I have people that have come for personal consultation. Their problem is problem they got from another man of God. And then you will now contact more problem instead of solution. It is better you stay in your house and deliver yourself and still go to and worship God, because Bible says neglect not the gathering of brethren. But when it comes to deliverance, liberation, you can do it yourself, and God has provided everything we needed in nature to do it. And this is one of the reasons why spiritual birth is essential. And you need to understand that spiritual birth doesn't mean that you're a sinner, but it simply means that the same way you come to God to pray, and then when you are coming to pray, whether you see any sin or the other in your life, you still ask God for mercy in case there is any impediment. Likewise, when we are doing spiritual work, because in the world of spirituality, a lot of things we call nothing is a serious error. For example, you're using saliva to count money. Automatically it bursts an open hole in your bag. That is why you'll be making money. You will not understand what you are using your money to do, because you have offended the spirit of money. Everything is backed up by angel, backed up by spirit. And one way or another, when you give somebody something through the window or collect, you will notice that you have activated spirit of disappointment. Wherever you go, you'll be meeting disappointment, and so on and so forth. And many other things that are natural law we break unknowingly, including putting cold water first and then add hot water on top, which quenches your blessing. And then because of all this error, knowing fully well that the devil, who is accuser of brethren, is always out to accuse you and stop you from getting what belongs to you, it will make you, when you want to start any spiritual work, devil will have a reason to come to make some accusation that you are not worthy to receive what you are asking because of one error or the other you have committed. Maybe you want to do one recipe, you give reasons why you should not be giving that money because you have offended the spirit of money and so on. Now, in order to wipe your error spiritually, just the way you ask God for forgiveness when you sin against God, that is why we do spiritual bath. By doing that spiritual bath, spiritual cleansing, you get rid of your errors. Whatever you pray, you get answer immediately. Any spiritual work you do, you get answer, because by that spiritual work, every negative energy, negativity, hindering spirit, obstacles will be wiped away, and then anything you do gets immediate result. The question is, what are the ideal items to do this spiritual work, especially the type that will break all yokes? The first thing you actually need is our dear salt. Salt breaks the hand of the enemy, prevents every negativity, quenches every negative energy, and gives you some form of protection. If you go to 2 Kings 2 verse 19 to 20, you will see the wonders that Elisha used salt to do. And even Jesus, he said, say we are salt of the earth. And if we are salt of the earth, one word or other we can't actually do with salt. And every human being you see on this earth have eaten salt. And one of the energies of the salt is that it doesn't decay, it doesn't spoil. And that is how it brings preservation to us when we use it. Then the second item you need is very, very necessary, scent leaf, because the leaf have lots and lots of spiritual vibration and energy, and one way or the other it attracts aura of that scent positivity to you, and they make you to get anything you want and make you to be protected. But if you are in foreign country or place where you cannot easily get scent leaf, replace it with basil leaf. They both have the same energetic property. And where you cannot find basil leaf, replace it with mint leaf. All of them have the same energetic property. Or at highest, if you cannot find scent leaf, kindly get me lemongrass, whether dried or fresh. Very, very good, and have cleansing properties, breaks the hand of the enemy, and give you everything you ask for. Then the next thing you actually need is bitter leaf. Unfortunately, I don't have bitter leaf here. See it on the screen. Very, very important. Bitter leaf help to drain away every form of bitterness, everything that will make you to be hated, and wherever you go, you will be loved. If you are in a foreign country where you cannot easily lay hand on bitter leaf, replace it with Nescafe. Replace it with Nescafe. Just this quantity is enough per day because you are going to be doing this work for 3 days. So apparently you need 3 sachets of this, and if you have team one, you also know how to measure it, maybe a quarter spoon to make up this quantity. You'll be adding it in the water on each day you are going to be doing the bath. So because Nescafe help to break both generational curse you lay by yourself, curse anybody have laid on you. That is also the same thing that bitter leaf would have done to you if you use bitter leaf, but preferable use bitter leaf because it contains a lot of other things, like it cleanses your aura, make you to be loved wherever you go, and so on and so forth. Now the fourth thing you need, I also don't have it here, I'm making video right now, is actually lemon. You have to get lemon. Get 2 pieces of lemon, cut it into two, representing east, west, north, and south, representing the fruit of the land. Lemon have lots and lots of positive vibration and positive energies, and also it does a lot of wonders. It causes every spell to expire, every shams and invocation not to work in your body anymore, and so on and so forth. So when you combine all these things together and use it to bet, you will see your life blossoming in another dimension. And then that lemon, when you cut it half and squeeze all the water, that particular remains, because there's no how you squeeze it, all the water will finish, will be your sponge that you are going to do the bath. The last but not the least is 7 sticks of broomstick. You need to buy a new broom, and then broom represent destruction, and even in the Bible, a lot of things are said about broom. I made video about broom. I will pin it in this video for you to understand more about broom. Because of our time, I will not say much about it. Buy a new broom. Each day, you get just 7 pieces, because you are going to do this special bathing that breaks every you barefooted. And when you are going to do it, make sure you are carrying ordinary hair, that you have removed whatever hair that you have, whether with one wig or plaited hair. And above all, make sure that, like, this wedding ring should not be on your hand. No artificial. You come the same way God has created you, and you are going to face the east, because east is where a lot of positive energy is coming from. East is where Papa God dwells. How do I know that Papa God dwells in the east? Because actually the Bible makes us to understand that the Garden of Eden is located in the east, and the Garden of Eden is very, very close to God, where he comes to communicate with the Adam and Eve when they have not misbehaved. And apart from that, when Jesus was born, you notice that the wise men actually come from the east. So wherever the sun is rising from is the east. Check out where the sun is rising from wherever you are living. Make sure you are facing that side in order to do this bath. Now, how are you going to do it? When you have gathered all this material, cut the one I say cut, boil them for 20 minutes. You are not going to add any other water. And if you are starting a new spiritual journey, you need to buy a spiritual bucket. In other words, it's not bucket you are using anyhow. Wash clothes, do a lot of things that you will now be using for spiritual work. Have almost everything about spiritual material separated: your spiritual pot, spiritual bucket, spiritual mortar and pestle, and so on and so forth. Now, when you boil it, you sieve out that water, leaving all those items inside. Then when you have sieved out that water, if you are using this, apparently you are not boiling this one, you now add 1 sachet, and then get just a spoon of kitchen salt. For example, I have kitchen salt here. This is a spoon. You put your right middle finger and draw cross into 3 in it. What you are saying that I'm cancelling away every manufacturer's impurity, manufacturer negativity, and every form of impurity that will make this salt not to work for me as a viable spiritual material. I cancel it. You breathe your energy once in it in order to activate it for spiritual use. Then you pour it inside your water that you have already boiled, or you now use countable seeds or sea salt that are in lump form, because they are natural salt that are not passed through form of a manufacturer processing, adding it iodine and other things. You put just 7 pieces per each day, or you get this and put half spoon of this inside that water. Then when you have done that, put your right middle finger and pray whatsoever you want. This is your power finger, your covenant finger, the finger that connects to divine, and then that is God himself, and pray everything you want. You know, before you start doing it, you are setting intention that you want to cleanse yourself, you want to start your spiritual journey, you want to be transformed, you want to begin to operate in another higher pedestal. So when you finish that prayer, read Psalm 51, that God should have mercy on you. Everything that is operating in your life, every bondage, every causes, that all of them should break. In fact, most people that have come for spiritual personal consultation, when I give them this particular betting alone, it solves their problem. Then when you are finished praying, then put that 7 pieces of a kind of broomstick and stand on it facing east and start betting gradually, without soap, without sponge, without toweling your body, without creaming. If your body is dirty, you can take your normal bath first, then do this bath. This bath is best done in the night around 9 p.m. when you have finished everything you are doing, you are about to sleep, you now start this bath. Do it 3 days. Make sure you are not in your flow. You have not met any man or woman carnally the day you will start it until the day you finish it. And apparently a day before then and a day after, don't also meet any man carnally in order to make sure that you get perfect result from it. So when you are bathing, you continue praying that I'm washing myself away from every negative energy, negative aura, unproductivity. Then use that lemon as your sponge, bathing and declaring what you want. Then after you must have prayed, remain a little of that water and pour it outside. If you are living where legs can cross, it will be very good. What it means that just as Elijah pour water on the place that is unproductive, you are like letting the whole element of nature bear you witness that today, that every spiritual error you have committed is wiped away, that you are now free and you are fit to receive whatever you want from God. Then you do it first day, do it second day and third day, the same material, except that you'll be adding salt and this on daily basis. And then after you have done it, dry all the remains of the item, that is the lemon, the leaf, that's the basil leaf, saint leaf or mint leaf or lemongrass, whichever one you used, and then the bitter leaf, and burn it, or you dig the ground and bury it, or wrap it very well and dispose it where no hand will touch it so that nobody will collect that negativity. Then on each day, when you finish bathing, keep a kind of leather bag, maybe something like this by the side, and put your hand like this and collect that broom stick and then keep it where it will dry. You burn it later. Let your direct hand not touch it because it has collected a lot of negativity from you. Second day, the same, you get another 7 pieces of broom, and third day you get another 7 pieces of broom. That is 21 broomstick in all, and then later you burn it. Don't touch your hands directly to it. Where you don't have broom, maybe in the country where you're living, no broom, you can stand barefooted. If you can find fertility leaf, put it on the ground. That's the one it was called ogiris. It is also good. You put it on the ground and stand on it. Where you cannot find it, better you stand barefooted. Don't use any footwear, because using any footwear, those your footwear will collect the negativity, and tomorrow you still wearing that footwear. One word that you contact back everything you have battered out from your body. This is a spiritual mystery I'm teaching you. Do it and you will begin to operate in another higher pedestal. And let me tell you, spiritual bath is what you do from time to time. You can do it anytime you are feeling a lot of negativity, some issues around you that you don't understand. Redo the bath. As you continue doing it, you will continue achieving more success. You can be doing it once every month, once every 3 months, and so on and so forth. It depends on you. Everybody have guardian angel, and one way or the other, your guardian angel, when you do this type of bath, you open yourself to the world of spirituality, and you notice that your guardian angel from time to time ministers to you. So one way or the other, whenever you are having that leading in you, you can repeat the bath, and believe me, you will see your life transform as never before. Remember, no creaming, no toweling. Always allow that water to dry in your body. And wash out your dream during this period you are doing it. If possible, be writing your dream down. And believe me, your dream, you begin to see victory in your dream. And where you are not witnessing victory, I will advise you to do it up to 7 days. All you need to do is actually a kind of, after 3 days, remove that a kind of leaves and replace it with a new ones and continue. By God's grace, every hand of the enemy will break in your life after doing this spiritual bath. So with this, I've actually come to the end of today's video, believing that somebody has actually found value. If you're one of those, why not give this video a thumbs up? Don't forget to subscribe to this channel if you have not done so. Hit the bell notification so as to get my next upload. Comment on this video, share this video and channel it to everyone. I'll be helping a lot of people. As you do so, may God bless you. I know you cause it to ride upon the high place of this. Still your lady Jenny saying